Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN. And today we've got the Chelsea-Arsenal preview for the weekend. Both teams are in form. Chelsea absolutely slapping up Barcelona and Arsenal slapping up Bayern. We're here with my guy, Lewis. If you ain't seen the show last night, Lewis, with Lee, Ødegaard, that show was mad. I don't even know how my guy's surviving. Lewis, what you saying? What you saying, bro?
I'm just about awake, but I know, because it's Arsenal Chelsea, we're going to get into it, and it's just all going to pop off within 5-10 minutes. But it was great to be back on. Big up North, big up to the chat, big up every single one of you that's locked in. And yeah, let's hope we make a statement on Sunday, because if we're serious about being in this title race, we fucking have to get a result.
No, listen, let's start there, because your fan base, yeah, a lot of you guys have been talking like we're not in the title race, we're not there, we're not this, we're not that. Now, I understood the whole, you guys still need to get another centre back. Obviously, Fofana's back. You guys looking at the team thinking, okay, well, we still need to upgrade the goalkeeper and this, and that. But bro, you're in the title race. You're second in the league, bro. You're in a title race, whether you like it or not. You're in the title. What's your thoughts, bro?
Bro, I've said all season that I believe Chelsea can be in a title race, because I think this league's open. And all I've seen this season has justified that opinion. Man City, they've got top key players like Donnarumma, Haaland, Rodri, Doku. But you can still catch them if you try and play football against them and if your press is solid enough. You guys, very good defensively. I don't really still don't rate the attack like that. And right now, I think you're scoring a lot more open play goals than you did this season. But I think a lot of this comes down to Gyökeres not playing. As soon as Gyökeres has dropped out of the pitch, you're suddenly scoring from open play in every single game. And I expect him to go back into the starting lineup. And if he don't start contributing the way that you expect him to, that's going to be a weakness. Who's the other one? Liverpool. Forget that one. So how could we not be involved? Second in the league already. Even if, God forbid, we lose this. But even if we lose this, 9 points could still get overturned. But I don't even want to consider that as an option. You have to win. Win not just for the sake of the team and getting past another roadblock in the fact that we've never beaten Arsenal. But it's about closing the gap and also showing to the world that we can compete in the title race. Because no one can tell me Chelsea can't go for any of the cup competitions. But I think the one thing that people will still question Chelsea with is about having the consistency to go for a title. I think winning this game will do a good job of putting those doubts to bed.
No, I agree. The way you lost that game to Sunderland was not good enough. Your 3-1 loss against Brighton, the way you lost against Man United, even though I think you got a player sent off in that game. Wasn't it the goalkeeper? Wasn't it Sanchez that got sent off that game?
Against United, yeah.
Yeah, against United. Obviously, you lost 3-1 against Bayern. Drawing against Karabag. I think the inconsistencies. But one thing, do you know what makes me not have too much chest, Lewis? I'll be real, is the fact that you guys turn up in the big games. Most of the time, you guys turn up in the big games. The way that you set up against Barcelona, you already know. I'm now a Barca fan. You know what I'm saying? And
makes sense, innit?
Well,
hold that.
You get me? So it's when I saw you guys, every time you put Reece James in the midfield and then you do the little double pivot between Reece James and Caicedo, teams always struggle to play through you. You did the same thing in the Club World Cup against PSG. And you could see that you nullified them playing, bopping them off the park. That is why, I don't know if you will agree, I did a tactical show yesterday, and I said the best way to attack Chelsea when they set up with Reece James in the midfield and Caicedo, shielding that back line, I feel like your fullbacks are very strong. Gusto's very good. Cucurella's very good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the only way for us to counter that is long balls over the top. Kind of what Bayern did against us. They were only really dangerous when they bypassed our midfield. Teams that are set up really good defensively, I feel like if we got Moreno, he can hold up play and bring our wingers into the game. Because if we try to, the way that you guys press, the way you're set up deep, I feel like that's going to be an issue for us. Zubimendi doesn't like to be pressed. Your midfield with Caicedo, you're ready. I'll be real, he's a general. I'll take him at Arsenal. Like, it is what it is. So it's like they stop the exposure from the back line. I know you got Fofana, but Chalobah don't rate to that level, but they kind of nullify the 1v1s against Chalobah. If we just long ball to Moreno, we can then link up with Martinelli that's got speed and Saka, but Saka has to be way more direct. Then we can actually test your goalkeeper. One thing that Barca didn't do is test your goalkeeper. And that's because they didn't put the game to bed early on. The chance from
the Ferran
Torres. Fermin as well, when Yamal put it on a plate, didn't bury that one. Do you know what I mean? Your goalkeeper didn't get tested. Sanchez is a goalkeeper that I'm like, if you test him for 90 minutes, he will crumble because I don't rate him.
I wouldn't use that Barca game as like a blueprint for how the Arsenal-Chelsea game would go, because you're not going to approach us with the same like mindset. You're going to be I think you're going to play a lot deeper. I think you guys are going to not really be pressing us as much because we know what Arteta's like away at the Big Six grounds. He'll happily take the draw. His things win at home, don't lose away. So I can imagine him being a lot more passive in the first half and just like trying to feel out the squad a bit more. Hoping to go 1-0 up either off a breakaway or maybe just a set piece. And then if you get that first goal, that's when like you'll hope that we come out a bit further. I think that's how the game would come out from your perspective.
Yeah, because do you know what it is for me? Yeah, I don't want to see the 1v1s with Saka going up against Cucurella. Like, I just don't feel like the way he shut down Yamal, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Esteval up against Calafiori. Even though he did really well against Bayern, I'll be real. He made Elise go quiet. I don't really trust him like that, bro. I'll be real with you. So it's like there's certain things I don't want to see. I wouldn't even be mad about moving Timber to the left just to lock off Esteval. And then we can play, I don't know, possibly Ben White there, even though Ben White hasn't been amazing up against, I don't know who you're going to play on the left. Maybe, do you think you guys are going to
be Garnacho?
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm comfortable against Garnacho. Like, he's effective against Barca, but that's because it's Koundé and the way they're set up with the high line. You know we don't set up with a high line.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I mean? So
when you got those sorts of teams, all he has to do is just move off the ball and stretch the back line a bit. And then the rest of the other players will do all the other work.
Do you not think he'll move Pedro to the left and then Pedro Neto to the left and then put João Pedro maybe as a striker and then Enzo behind him?
I would think that, but Neto played the whole 90 last game. So I don't think he's going to be starting this match. Garnacho, we took him off of 60 minutes in, which says to me he was being protected with Sunday in mind. And look, I prefer it to be Neto. Don't get it twisted, but I just don't think that's going to be what we see on Sunday.
I hear it. Look, for me, I just feel like there's no point trying to bop the ball past your midfield because I just feel like your midfield are going to sweep it up. Even the way that you had Reece James doubling up with Gusto to lock off Fermin, and then you had Caicedo helping Cucurella lock off Yamal. I feel like you guys will probably do the same thing against us, which is why I feel like you guys kind of lead teams into a false sense of security, where it's like, okay, we got Caicedo in the middle. Okay, go down the wings. When we go down the wings, we'll double up on both wings. We'll help Gusto and we'll help Cucurella. You know what I mean? Even though Cucurella was absolutely cooking Yamal by himself, I feel like the only way to bypass that is rocket launcher football, bro. Like, one thing that Moreno did well, his finishing was poor against Bayern. But one thing he was good is his link-up play. And we've got Martinelli that's in good form. Saka needs to turn up. But I feel like that's the only way to really test your goalkeeper. Otherwise, I feel like your press and your midfield will kind of nullify us. I can't lie.
I don't know how effective going long would be just because of how strong our press is. And not even just that, because now we've got Wesley Fofana fit. We're a lot better defensively, and we now have the pace to get back too. Like, Wesley Fofana is a game changer to our back line. We don't have the same defensive problems with him in the team. The problem is when we don't have Fofana or Colwill playing, then it just, like, it's stupid. There's errors left, right, and centre. But I don't expect Fofana to be dropped for this match. I expect us to go for Fofana and Chalobah again. And Chalobah's fine as long as someone's better than him. As long as you got a partner that's better than Chalobah, he's not a problem. He just seems to like feed off a better leader in the team. When it's just him, no. When it's Tosin and Chalobah, it's the blind leading the blind. But Fofana's a different one. So like, I think we'll be a lot better defensively. And I genuinely just see this being one of those slow, drawn-out games, kind of similar to when we played last time at the Bridge. Like that was 1-1. There weren't really a lot of chances in it for both teams. You were a bit slower on the ball. We were a bit slower on the ball. I think it's going to be one of those ones, like both teams trying to feel each other out and like one of the more like tactical games, as opposed to Tuesday when it's just a fucking high line that we can just easily expose.
So you saying it's more of a tactical game, yeah? So what's your opinion? What do you think is more likely? You think a draw, or you think Chelsea can beat Arsenal?
Oh, I definitely think we can beat Arsenal, but if I was to take my bias goggles off and to like just make a base claim, I'd say 1-1. Like this game screams a draw, but either team can leave with something. And both teams need to leave with something. You guys want to open up a gap, a bigger gap on everybody else. And if you lose, it's not just us that are creeping up. City start to creep up because they got Leeds on the weekend. And for us, like we got to prove to everyone that we can stay in this race. Like I believe we can win this league, but the bare minimum I've said for me this season, do not have me in the top 4 race. Show me that you can compete with the rest of the title contending teams this season as a minimum. Because if you do that, you show that you can compete in the title race and you keep me away from top 4. So do that and win another trophy on top. Compete for everything, leave with something. That's been my main motto for this season.
I hear it. Is it the Barca game that made you feel like, you guys are here to perform? Or was it that you've always said that from the start of the season, you've always felt like the team's good enough to win at least something?
Always felt that. I thought having the World Cup and like also not really the best of windows would have left us with a little bit of a ceiling. But this is still better than what I thought we'd be at this point anyway. Because I thought we'd have a lot more points dropped. Now we're coming off a 10-day preseason, a whole World Cup tournament. We've got the whole shit with Cole Palmer being out all season, Caicedo, João Pedro, Enzo all playing with knocks. And here we are still sitting in second place. Like, a fitter Chelsea team would probably already be joint first right now. Well, I've already had the argument with Igal about where we would be if we didn't get our own players sent off against Brighton and Man United. And that's with all of these problems. We'd be joint first right now. So this team definitely can win the league. Even with all of these circumstances throughout the season, we are only 6 points behind. That's it. And this is our first season where I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm thinking, you can compete. You can compete. Now you just have to show the world that you can do it. And it's about these big game performances and results that will turn all the narratives away from Chelsea.
Do you obviously I don't know what's going on with Cole Palmer. Do you feel like you're leaning more towards a Chelsea win if Palmer's available?
It would help, but I still think we can win without him. And that's another thing that emphasizes where I think Chelsea's gone in the last year or two. Because as early as 8 months ago, you lose Cole Palmer, you're screwed. Now, you haven't even noticed that he's out like that. He's had 100 minutes for Chelsea this season, if that. And that's all that we've seen. If that was any of the last 2 seasons, we'd be rotting in mid-table right now. But we're not even thinking of that because of João Pedro, because of Esteval, because of
Enzo?
Enzo Fernandez.
I feel like Enzo actually played really well. I feel like that first half as well is very unlucky to get on the score sheet. Very unlucky. Recently, yeah. I feel like recently he's actually upped his game. He's actually played really well. I was actually impressed with Enzo's performance in the first half against Barcelona. I think he was very effective.
He was better than Caicedo, which says a lot. Because usually no one's better than Caicedo in the whole team in general. But Enzo Fernandez was dead ass better than him. Everything flew through Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo bossed it, but I never really felt like he had to step out of first gear. It was just like calm, easy, and also Lee did have an iffy pass here or there where I didn't really think the same for Enzo. But yeah, Enzo's in a lot better form now, and it's coming at the right time. It seems to with Enzo. I feel like he's one of those players who always start seasons slow. Like, like Harry Kane, Eden Hazard, them ones. Like, you come into preseason probably a little bit tubby and everything. You have to, like, shed the extra pounds. I think that's what Enzo Fernandez has been on. But he seems to be back into shape now.
No, I hear that. I think Enzo looks like he's actually been holding down that number 10 in recent times. You got to give praise. And this is the thing, yeah. That's why this is why Lewis is my brother. You have players here where you criticize and you're like, I want more from you. And then when you see a better performance, you give praise. For example, Arsenal against Bayern. I don't rate Calafiori. He came on and he kept Elise quiet. I don't rate Madueke. But bro, he got a goal. He come back from injury. And he got a goal in a big game up against a team that we historically do bad against. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Martinelli is a player that I wanted sold in the summer. This season, Martinelli's been effective. Man can't tell me that Martinelli's not been effective this season. Trossard, another player that I wanted sold. I know not against Bayern, but in prior games, he's actually been effective. And that's the thing.
That's a big loss for you on Sunday, by the way.
But that's the thing. Do you know what it is with players? When we criticize players, people think, oh, you don't rate him, you're never going to rate him. What we want to see more from them. And when we see more from them, we can actually give them their props. But we have to see it on a consistent basis. For you guys, when you guys played Neto through, like, in the front, bro, you guys absolutely cooked him. Neto, the chances he got, even Garnacho was mad effective against Barcelona. Even though I don't rate him, I'm sure you probably don't rate him. Do you know what I'm saying? And it
could be a lot worse. That's all I'm telling myself. Because I don't want to be too harsh on him, because I had very low expectations of Garnacho, and he's not been that bad. Like, I still think, like, in games, like, I'm not noticing him as much because he's doing more of the off-the-ball work. I'm not really seeing him impact on the ball like that, but could be a lot worse. And one thing I'll say outright, all them attitude issues, he's left it in Manchester. That might dead ass be a United problem, because I heard about Sancho. He was no problem at Chelsea. I heard it about Garnacho. He's not been a single problem at Chelsea in terms of attitude. Yeah, he'll look a bit pissed when he comes off, but I don't even mind that. Be annoyed. Half the time, I didn't think you were playing that great anyway. So it's like, cool. At least you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. I respect it. But yeah, like, it's not been that bad. Big up. Just more GA and then we're happy.
And that's the thing, like, the way that you absolutely slapped up Barcelona, I did a watch along for that game. Even the lap coming back from injury, coming back, getting a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, giving him some confidence. You didn't need João Pedro and you didn't need Cole Palmer, and you put in a performance like that. That's starting to look like, okay, you guys have got quality and depth. Because people have been talking about your main squad, but then also you're looking at, okay, well, Chelsea got players that come off the bench or players that do start. João Pedro does start a lot of games, and then they're coming on and they're actually affecting games, or you're not even needing them. I think there's a maturity. The thing is with Chelsea, yeah, it's like you said, to win a major honor like the Prem, you need to be consistent. Without your consistency, you can't be losing games like Sunderland. You can't be doing those kind of things if you want to win a major honor.
If we were to beat you, right, I'll celebrate for a day or two, and then I know what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna think, shit, it's Leeds away. You lot better turn up for Leeds, you know. Don't go and beat Arsenal just to go and lose to Leeds, because it would be the most Chelsea thing in existence. You know, do you see, like, Nina on Sky Sports a week ago? They were trying to cook her for saying, I'm more worried about Burnley than Barca and Arsenal. And I'm like, she's not even disrespecting. We are more likely to turn up for Barca and Arsenal than Burnley. And what happened? Burnley was the more difficult game for us than fucking Barcelona. It's the most Chelsea thing. We'll play you lot, and whatever the result is, I bet we have a better game than we do on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're probably going to stink it out, probably still win, but it won't look pretty. Whereas when we play you, I think whatever happens, like, I expect people to come out and say Chelsea had a good game or they played well, regardless of whatever the result is. Just won't mean nothing unless we win, innit?
Yeah, I hear it, bro. I hear it. That's the thing. Like, that's why I'm worried, because you guys turn up for the big games, and because you know what? As much as people try to not give Enzo, give Maresca the praise that he deserves, this manager knows how to turn up in big games. Last season, you guys, at the end of the day, no matter the competition, and as an Arsenal fan, let me just keep it 100. When my fan base tell me that the Europa League is beneath us, turn up in Baku, turn up in the big games. Arteta, get to the finals, win the trophy to then tell me that the trophy's beneath us. At least I still don't disrespect the Europa, bro. I'll be celebrating Europa, yeah. As an Arsenal fan, I'll celebrate the Europa like it's Champions League, because we ain't won 9 in Europe, bro. Do you get me? So, bro, I don't in Europa.
This is the problem with Arsenal fans when it comes to trophies, right? These guys have looked down on and obviously not directed at you, but these Arsenal fans have looked down on trophies for so long and disrespected trophies like the Carabao Cup and the Europa League that they've now allowed us to creep up. Because like Lee was bringing up the fact, oh, we've got more major honors than you, and I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You need to check the numbers again, because I know you don't rate Community Shields, and I don't rate Community Shields, and UEFA doesn't count the Interfairs Cup as a major honor. So we take that away from both of us. It's 30-30. If you go and you do the calculations, we are 30-30 for major honors, and we've been allowed to creep up to that point because Arsenal have looked at the Carabao Cup and said, don't want that. I don't want that. They've looked at the Europa League and then said, I don't want that. A Europa League that you guys haven't even got, by the way, which I don't get. How you man look down on trophies you don't understand, you don't get. And again, not directed at you, directed at your fan base. But because of the mentality around your club with these trophies, you allow us to creep up. And I don't get it anyway, because you win a Carabao Cup, that's another one on the trophy list. But man, I don't want to take it seriously. I get confidence. I didn't like it, but you're there to win it.
I don't look at the Carabao as a major, innit? I don't look at the FA Cup as a major. But one thing I've never ever said, is I don't want them trophies. Just because I don't look at you as a major, as a trophy, doesn't mean I don't want that. Yeah? I don't look at Europa as a major.
In terms of the tier of trophies, or in terms of do you just not rate it?
In terms of the tier of trophies. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I put Champions League number
like
one.
We have the same tiers then. All right.
Yeah, like I put Champions League number one. I put Premier League. Those two are majors. Everything else is not a major. That does not mean throw that away. I will celebrate us winning the Carabao if we win it, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? There's none of this, oh, we don't care about. No, fuck off. Because at the end of the day, if we don't win the major, well, we got a Carabao. And yeah, exactly. People can say to me, oh, well, no, Chelsea season last season was successful. Do you know why? They didn't win a major, in my opinion. They didn't win a major. Yeah? But the Club World Cup, I don't put as a major. The Club World Cup, I don't put as a major, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, we're going to disagree on that.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't put it as a major. Yeah, in my opinion, I don't put it as a major. But would I say that I would not want my club to win it? Of course I want to fucking win it. Of course I want to win it. So this is the thing. Whether I put it as a major or not, I want Carabao, I want FA Cup, I want Club World Cup, I want Europa. I've already told man I will celebrate the Europa, yeah, like it's a fucking Champions League, because I ain't won it, bro. I will celebrate the Club World Cup like it's a major, because I've not won it, bro. Do you get me?
So I know it ain't a champs, but I damn near celebrate that World Cup like it was a champs. Whoa. Oh, he's back. Oh, thank God.
Bro, Portugal won the Euros, yeah? I celebrated that like it was the World Cup. Do you get me?
Because my niece say that in the presser. Hold on. I gotta confirm this.
Huh?
Did Maresca say that Palmer's back in the presser?
Is Palmer back?
I think he did. Yes, he did. Palmer's available to start. Oh. I still wouldn't do that, but hey, fair enough. Interesting. Yo, I've missed him, man. Even if Chelsea ain't missed him, I've missed him. I've missed him, man.
Why, man? Why has it got to be now? Why has it got to be available now? Why, bro? It's a
Maresca
conspiracy.
lied. Maresca lied, bruv. I always tell people, bruv, oh, but Maresca lied in the presser. Yeah, he does that. He'll tell you what he thinks you need to hear at the time, whether it's accurate or not. Lovely. Lovely shit.
But why, bro? Why is it got to be when I'm doing
Cole Palmer on the same squad? Glory be to the good Lord God Almighty.
Why has it got to be now, bro? Like, maybe his toe still got a niggling feeling in his toe, bro. Like, just sit this one out, bro. You can be back for against Leeds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me back.
In that. All I need is 30 minutes. Give me 30 minutes off the bench. I'm happy.
I need it, bro. Just let him chill, bro. These are calling me right now. No, not right now, bro. Stop calling me, bro. I just got the palm in.
No way, the Chelsea fans are already belling. I can't be asked.
Leave me alone, bro. Stop. I don't need these alerts, bro. The man thinks they're Fabrizio Romano and that. You know what I mean? Leave me alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you lot do a precaution thing. But you're like, we don't want to rush him back. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you lot don't want to rush him back.
Yeah, I still don't think he starts. I still don't think. No way. He hasn't started a game in about 2 months. But I could see him get 30, 40 minutes.
Nah, please let him hold bench, bro. Let him hold bench, please.
He won't start. I'm sure he won't start.
No, but I don't you know what? Let him start home, bro. That niggling toe, bro. You know, it's a nasty one. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a stud to hit the toe and then he's out against Leeds. Hopefully he just stays at home. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he stays at home, bro. Man already saying Palmer in the 10, Joao Pedro in the 9. No, bro. Just allow me, bro. Like, you know what it is? I saw your show yesterday, yeah? And anyone that ain't watched it, make sure you go and watch Lewis's show yesterday. That show was mad, bro. That show was mad.
Crazy. And by the way, 4:30 p.m. we're doing it all over again, bro. So everybody
who you got in this one? Who you got in this one?
I think we've got Catch, Hooks, we've got Cam jumping on, TJ. I think it's both of the guys from the catch up, and some Chelsea jumping on as well. Just gotta figure it out. But that one, guys, should actually end up being a preview because we end up talking about everything and Chelsea v Arsenal. We got like I think 30 minutes to an hour out of that. But yo, speaking of, because I want to know where you're at for this Arsenal-Chelsea game, because Lee was saying all sorts of craziness. Man was telling me we're winning by 3 goals. Caicedo and Enzo's getting a red card. Do you think it's going to be like that, or what?
I need a cigarette for this one. I need a cigarette. Because Lee was talking some spicy stuff that I don't agree with, bro. I can't lie.
When I tell you, my list of receipts is dark. If we win, I'm doing like a 4-hour react stream.
Yeah, bro. I'm going for a blend.
Going out. All right, Fez.
Nah, because I heard some stuff on the stream, yeah, that I was like, Lee. What are you saying? Me, I have to talk to Pops, bro. I don't know what he's doing right now. Do you know what I mean? And he better run that child support because I'm moving to Barcelona, so he better run that expeditiously. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what Pops was doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was moving. I'm going for a blend because the way he was talking at times, I'm like, yo, the chest is mad, bro. I don't even know where the chest was, bro. I can't co-sign that. Let me go for a blend because, bro, like, I was looking at that stream. I was like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Estebal's getting locked up. Caicedo or Enzo's getting a red card. Also, and by the way, it's like not a 3-0 win. You win by 3. So it could be 5-2.
Nah. If we win, look, listen, can we win? Yes, I agree on the fact that we can win. Of course we can win.
That's normal. That's normal.
Yeah, of course we can win. We're playing better through the middle, in transition. We also got set pieces that near enough no team can stop. Let's just be real about it. We are very dangerous on set pieces. You can't take it away. Even though I've been critical that
just don't underestimate us. We're very good defensively and offensively too from set pieces.
I don't trust your goalkeeper, bro. I don't trust
that's
your goalkeeper, bro.
That's one of his best strengths. Cross claiming. That's one of his best attributes.
To be fair, our most effective player off the set pieces in terms of scoring them, Gabriel, looks like he's going to be out. So if that's the case and he's not back, then okay, that strengthens your argument. I'm not going to argue that. Logically, that makes sense because you saw the opportunities that we had against Bayern and Moreno missing a load of opportunities from the head of Mascara as well. Players like that. So we're not as potent on set pieces, but Timber still scored from a set piece and we scored 2 goals from the run of play in open play. So it is what it is. But Lee saying 3-0, nah, bro. No. Let's just be honest a minute. Yeah? In terms of bopping the ball around and playing that tiki-taka football and playing through the middle, PSG arguably are the best at that. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Right. When you played Reece James and Caicedo through the middle, you locked that off, bro. Barcelona, one of the best pressing teams in terms of attack. You lock that off. Even when Rafinha came on the pitch, you locked that off with that midfield. So I feel like it'd be I'm going to be honest, I don't agree that we're just going to be able to bop you or we can just play through the middle. Listen, Rice has been excellent. I'm not taking anything from Rice. You have to give him his praise. I know Chelsea fans are going to talk about, Rice Caicedo. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Rice's performance in isolation. He's been very...
It's to a point where you just got to respect where both of them are playing at.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. Both
are Caicedo is still better. Like now it's a point where there actually isn't a lot separating this argument. No.
There's certain things that both excel differently. In terms of ball retention and running that midfield, Caicedo is still better for me. In terms of set pieces and delivery, Rice is way ahead of him. Yeah. It's not even a contest. Yeah? So that's fair. They're both different styles of players. So if we're going to compare them, we have to break down what they do effective and what they do really, really well. I think that's fair. So at the end of the day, they're different styles of players. The way we use Rice, you use Caicedo differently and excel in different things. For me, I just feel like... Here's my thing. Esteval's in form. Saka's not in form. Saka is not in form. He had two chances to score against Bayern and he flopped on both of them. That's why he got subbed off. Then you look on the left-hand side. Garnacho was effective against Barca. Trossard was not effective against Bayern, but he has been in other games. Martinelli comes on and he scores that goal and Eze's in great form. Enzo's in great form. Then you look at the double pivot. Reece James done his job. Absolutely done his job against Fermin Torres. But Zubamendi doesn't like to be pressed. Zubamendi doesn't like when you press him off the ball, and a lot of times he gets caught out of possession on the counter. So this is something that you guys do well. You press well. Zubamendi doesn't like the press. Let's just keep it 100. Mascara's good, but Mascara made a mistake. Not only Mascara, but Lewis Skelly, both of them made a mistake for the equalizing goal against Bayern Munich. Lewis Skelly out of position, and Mascara ball watching. You do that against João Pedro, it's a long day. It's a very long day.
He didn't even play Tuesday.
Exactly. Neto's not going to get the space that he had against Barcelona. Garnacho's not going to get the space he had against Barcelona. But we have to look at the way that you guys press and your midfield setup. That's something you consistently do. And that left-hand side, Saka's going to have to be way more direct, bro. He's going to have to be way more direct. Calafiori, I don't want to see him up against Esteval. Whether you rate Esteval or not, the guy is confident. We've seen Doku have confidence. And look at the way he's been playing. He's been playing well. For the majority of the season, he's been playing well. He's confident. A confident player is a dangerous player. Whether you rate them or not, they're confident. So at the end of the day, listen, Garnacho will get absolutely locked off with Timber. Completely locked off. I don't even care. Even if you play Pedro Neto, locked off. That's how much I rate Timber. I have no problems with the right-hand side of our defense. But the left-hand side, I'm worried, bro. I'm worried because I want Henkape there. And even Henkape, Lewis, I'll be real with you, I can't even wax lyrical about Henkape because I ain't seen enough about it. He looks good, but I ain't seen enough. Mascara's had a great start to the season. Nobody can deny that. I won't deny that. But can he do it on a consistent basis? Because I've seen Kivior a couple of seasons ago go on a good run. We go up against Bayern and he got exposed. So it's not enough for me to say, yo, Mascara is going to lock it down. But to be fair to Mascara, when he made the mistake with the equalizer against Bayern, he lifted his head and he went forward. I have to give him that. So this is why this game is so interesting. But you guys, if we can get 1v1s against Chalobah, if we can get our wingers in and behind and test Sanchez, we definitely got a fighting chance to win this game, 100%. But playing through the middle, I just don't think that's the right tactic, playing through the middle against you lot, because I feel like that plays into your hands.
I hear it. Well, even if you try and go wide, though, like, we got our own options as well. Because like, we leave that space exposed. But then, like, the likes of Fofana, Cucurella, Reece James, they're always quick to get back to that spot. So, I get, don't go through the midfield. Ideally, try and find the space off the wings, but we never really leave that space exposed for too long.
Yes, but my personal idea is if you get Moreno's physical. So if you want the physicality thing, he can do that. If you want the link-up thing, he can do that. So once he can link up, then we need our wingers to be inverting and being direct. Because then when he holds up the ball, tries to drag defenders out of position, then he can find a bit of space with Martinelli on the left or Saka on the right. But Saka has to be direct. He can't be holding the ball, playing it backwards, holding the ball, waiting. We have to be clinical in the way that we move the ball around, and we have to be fast. We have to transition fast. Then we can do that. Also, when Moreno holds the ball, Declan Rice does the box-to-box thing. So then he can overlap, giving Fofana something to think about. Because now it's like, do you follow Rice overlapping, or do you follow Martinelli overlapping? Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
We have to give your defenders more than one thing to think about. Because if you just put Martinelli on Gusto, more than likely he'll get locked off, because Martinelli is effective in space. But a low block, bro, he ain't doing nothing against a low block. We've seen it time after time. Saka against a low block, he ain't doing nothing. Moreno against a low block, he ain't doing nothing.
Plus, if we have James in midfield, that'll be him and Gusto both double teaming on the right-hand side.
This is what I'm saying. This is why we need runners like Declan Rice adding to the attack, the way Xhaka did in the 22-23 season, in my opinion. We have to give you things to think about. And then hopefully one of your defenders or one of your players switch off, and then we can counter. Because I think trying to play through the middle ain't working, bro. It ain't working.
Yeah, I don't even expect you to like try and like play that directly through the middle anyway. For a lot of games I see of Arsenal, some like you don't really try and like create through that side anyway. You try and create off the wings. Try and create through the likes of Bukayo Saka and all of that.
Mm.
I assume that'll be how you try and get through us again. But the problem is he's going to be coming up against Cucurella. Cucurella got man of the match last time we played you at the Bridge. And I always find myself saying, like, win or lose, Cucurella and Saka is always like a good mini rivalry in the game. Because they never seem to like both get the best of each other. Even when you lot beat us 5-0, I was like, the only thing I can say, and I don't even want to say it because we got bought 5-0. I was like, first half, I didn't think Cucurella was that bad against Saka. Second half, obviously, all went to shit. Everybody got battered. But the first half, I was like, you did well in some duels. You lost some duels. But you were the only one in that first half that I thought, okay, I'm not really onto you as much as I'm onto everybody else. Because that always seems to be a very good little battle. The other one's going to be Timber and Garnacho, which I expect to be a lot more one-sided.
How do you expect you lot to set up against us? Like, how do you think is the best setup for Chelsea to go up against Arsenal, in your opinion?
So we're always going to build up in the 3-2-4-1. But you might see a bit more differences in build-up in terms of what formation. Because like we'll have a bunch of different formations in and out of possession. But the main one in build-up will be the 3-2-4-1. I expect it to be Gusto, Fofana, and Chalobah. As much as I don't like Chalobah on the left-hand side, it's fine when it's what's his name? When it's Fofana next to him.
Mm.
Then you're going to have Cucurella inverting into the midfield with Actually, no. I'm going to take that back. I think you're going to see Fofana, Chalobah, and Cucurella making up the back three. And then Gusto playing a bit higher up with James and Caicedo in the midfield, because Gusto's just going to be providing the extra man in midfield and in defence. That's more or less his role with Chelsea. So then you're going to have that. João Pedro in the 10. Enzo, Garnacho, Esteval, and I think that would be the 11, in all honesty. I don't know if the lap starts or not. I still don't know yet.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll be real with you, yeah? If you lot press the way Sunderland pressed us, and if you lot do the long balls the way Bayern did the long balls and exposed our back line, I feel like you got a good chance of winning.
Yeah, that's a big if. Oh wait, where do you go? That's a big if. Say that last part again.
So the way that Sunderland pressed us in the first half, we had no answers to that. They pressed us, they won every ball, they were aggressive, and they brought the game to us. We had no answers. The way that Bayern were pinging those long balls into Carl and into Harry Kane, that's when they looked effective. Even the long ball into Garnacho, that's when he had the bicycle kick that he missed, and he was through on goal. Do you know what I mean? That way that exposed us. Those are the two games that I look at and I say, yo, those tactical adjustments is what exposed Arsenal. We looked the most vulnerable when with long balls and when teams were pressing us and being aggressive. That is when we looked the most vulnerable. That's what led to the equalizer against Bayern.
And this is part of the reason why I'm glad that we played on Tuesday, because we have a nuts press on us when our team's rested and our manager allows it. Because it all depends on the occasion and the fitness. Like some games will be a lot more slower, a lot more passive on the ball because we're trying to conserve fitness. Barcelona, you would have seen that after the red card too. That red card was so valuable to us because now it just meant we can play the game at our speed. We'll wait for you to come out. You're going to play a high line as well? Calm. We're just going to ping the ball around, wait for the right opportunity, and then catch you lot out. And I don't think it's going to be the same game at all. But the point I'm making is that with the red card and the way we easily dispatched the Barcelona, we got the maximum rest that we needed. And we're also on a lot of momentum. Because beating Barcelona going into it, that's a massive scalp. And same to you. You lot bought Bayern Munich off the park. There was a stat about how many games Bayern have won in that time or something. I don't remember the stat, but for ours it was, I think, we're the first team to stop Barca scoring in 53 games. That's what I'm saying. The bigger thing for me weren't even the 3 goals. It was the 0. They didn't score. And that's going to be a better forward line than we deal with on Sunday. With Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Lewandowski, fucking Rashford, all them, man. That's going to be a lot. If we can keep them quiet, there's no reason why we can't keep Moreno, Saka, and Noni or Martinelli quiet. Depends whichever one you play on the left side. And I low-key think it'll be Noni just because Martinelli's been really good for you off the bench. I'd be surprised if you tweak that because he's not as effective starting.
I hear that. This is the thing. This is why this game will be a chess game. I think that's why a lot of people are predicting a draw. Listen, I got to go for the league this season. Lewis, we have to, bro. We have to go for the league this season. Man City inconsistent. Flipping Liverpool, just a joke. You guys have been inconsistent when you're going up against certain teams where you let your guard down. We have to win this, bro. I can't look at this, yeah? Look, people are cooking Lee, yeah? But let me just be real. I get his chest. You can't... Look, we turned up against Atletico Madrid. We turned up in the North London derby. Whether you want to say that Spurs is rubbish, you still got to turn up. You still have to turn up because if we didn't turn up, you'd be cooking us.
Might be back, by the way.
Do you know what I'm saying? We turned up against Bayern. a team we historically crumble against. Like, and one thing that I do like that the managers implement that I do agree with Lee, yeah, is the fact that we have been a lot better in transition. I've been calling for this, Lewis. When we went up against Liverpool and City, we were just playing for set pieces. I said, bro, this team has the quality to go for it. You don't have to do that. And one thing I've liked, yeah, is I keep saying, what's the difference between this season and last season? Well, you know what? Eze's been turning up. Eze's been turning up, bro. Eze has been turning up.
I've still got questions about his consistency, but the one thing I'll say is he seems like a big game player.
Well, there you go. And where do we crumble? The big games. When it means something. Bayern meant something just because of getting that hoodoo off our back. North London derby, restoring our pride as an Arsenal fan. Do you know what I'm saying? Because them man won the Europa last season. And we had to show them what time it is. So at the end of the day, Eze has been inconsistent at the start of the season. I completely agree with you. But in the last couple of games, he's been informed. The same way you said, yo, Enzo lately has been turning up.
Yeah.
So when a player is playing with confidence and a player is informed, you're like, yo, go and show your quality because Enzo has quality. Eze has quality. Now you're showing the quality. Bro, even when you said to me about Gyökeres, do you know what the biggest shame that we had is that he got injured against Burnley because the Burnley performance is the best. People say to me, North, what about the Atletico? He scored 2 goals off a set piece, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about set piece. I'm talking about open play. Before he got injured, counter attack, he was dropping in deep doing the number 9. He was linking up play. He was helping us on the counter. He got a goal. He was doing he did everything that I've criticized him for. Taking too long with his decision making, he was more on point. And that is why, yeah, look, it's all good doing it against Burnley. Can you do it against Chelsea? It's a completely different level. Can he do it? This is why I'm not going to wax lyrical. Because I'm like, yo, bro, I've only seen you do it against Burnley. Respectfully, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? But it gave me hope. Because he would have got man of the match that game if he stayed on and he didn't get injured. So I'm like, okay, can you get that momentum and actually kick on? The Eze performance against Tottenham, he kicked on. He got the assist against Bayern Munich. So can Gyökeres do it? I don't know. I'm not going to say he's going to do it because he hasn't done it before. But there's an opportunity there. And right now,
I don't know, man. I'm personally hoping Gyökeres plays because I think you lot are playing better football without him. I'm being completely honest. Like, think about it, as soon as he leaves, you're starting to score a lot more from open play. I don't think there's a coincidence to that. Then you just move the ball a little bit better. There's a bit better movement with him. So, like, look, personally, it might be famous last words, but I hope he starts. I think we'll have an easier game defensively if he's playing. Fofana wouldn't give him a second on the ball. That brother's aggressive as a motherfucker.
That's what I'm going to say. But look, he's not a small striker, innit? He does use his body weight to kind of try and power players. But then it's like, Gyökeres, all I need you to do is link up. You're just a target, man. I don't need you to be doing all the extra stuff. Hold the ball down and play the wingers into the game. You don't need to be more.
First touch, man, is nasty. It's not pretty, man. You know what I'm saying? Every touch is a jewel.
Yeah, I can't even debate that. You know what I'm saying? I can't even debate.
That's why I hope he starts, man. That one dodgy touch, bang, Fofana's going to be on you. Or Caicedo, bang, on you.
Bro, allow me to just win the league, bro. Just please, bro. Just let me do my thing, bro.
My brother, you're defecting to Barca. I hope the best for you in Spain. Go win that league. I'll be happy for you, you know? Andreas Christensen, all of that. Not England, bro. Not England.
Please, man. Bro, I swear down, yeah. Like, do you know what it is, yeah, Lewis, yeah? This club has a way of making us try to, like, believe in it. Like, right now, yeah? Obviously, one North London derby, beat Bayern. But do you know what it is that's always on my mind? This is why I was like, Lee, why are you saying this? But we've seen this before. And the thing is, yeah, people may say, oh, but you're being negative. You got a better team now. Blah, 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 blah. Bro, has the mentality changed? Has the mentality changed? Because we didn't win it in 22-23. Do you know why? Mentality, bro. Mentality. That was the only thing that was missing. Has the mentality changed enough? Because as much as we've been good recently, we didn't turn up for the first 45 minutes against Sunderland and we dropped points and we could have lost that game. Do you get what I mean? I don't know what I'm going to get with this team. You have the Atletico performance, and then you got Sunderland. Then after Sunderland, you got the North London Derby. After the North London Derby, you've got the performance against Bayern. So which one are we? Are we the performance that we drop points against Liverpool and Man City? Or are we the Arsenal that has beat Atleti, Tottenham, and Bayern? Which one are we?
All depends on if we let you score first, maybe. Because the game will get a lot more comfortable for you if you bag first, I think.
I'm not confident, bro. What if I had to ask you right now, Lewis, your true opinion, whatever way it goes, your honest opinion, what is your prediction for the game on Sunday?
Unbiased would be a draw. But I think Chelsea can win. Same way like Arsenal can win this game as well. But the totally unbiased, neutral pick for me would be 1-1. A game would scream a 1-1 draw. But I hope that's not the case. It don't help anybody. I'm still 6 points behind, and we both let City back in a little bit more.
Bro, I just...
Hopefully we get the W, though. I need a statement. I need a statement result. And plus, I'm just sick to death of not beating you lot. I'm used to beating Arsenal for fun. Back in the day, you lot wouldn't even score a goal against us. Now we can't get a win against you to save our lives. Robert Sanchez, like, I'm going to need a man of the match performance because I'm still hurting from 23-24 when you passed the ball to Rice. We could have exercised those demons right there. But then we just gave it away and then folded. Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there. I feel like I'm good luck this season. I haven't seen a loss at home all year. No, in over a year.
You see a comment like this, yeah? It makes me laugh. Do you know why it makes me laugh? Northside, you're scared of Chelsea. Grow up here. Let me just remind you something. We got kicked out the cup to 10-man Man United. We bottled the league by losing 1-0 to Nottingham Forest that year, 22-23, when we had 8 points clear. We got to a Baku final and got absolutely slapped up. We have bottled every competition since the first year of this manager winning the FA Cup. And you're asking me why I'm worried, bro. I've seen us get kicked out of the Europa League against Olympiacos. Bro, do you think these things don't live with me, bro? We have lost the Europa League. We got kicked out from flipping Sporting and Olympiacos. And you're asking me, oh, North, why are you not showing chest? I'm not showing chest because this team have let me down every single time I'm this close to showing chest, bro. It's called PTSD. Type into ChatGPT what PTSD is, bro. And you're asking me why I ain't got fucking... Are you mad, bro? Are you mad? Are you actually crazy, bro? 21 years, yeah? I have not seen my club win a major, and you're asking me why are you not showing... Bro, what chest? What chest? Every single time I'm this close to saying I'm a top gooner, I've arrived. Yeah, we're gonna win it. Bro, they let me down, bro. They let me down. And you're asking me why you ain't got chest, why you ain't got it. Bro, you think I don't want to have chest? Bro, I want to do a match reaction after with Lewis saying, yo, hold that. But you know what Lewis will say? Are you gonna get it over the line though? Even if we beat them, are you gonna get over the line?
That will absolutely be my copium. That will absolutely be it. So you winning the league then? Are you winning the league? You winning the league? That'll be all I got left.
Bro, that's the thing. Yeah? Because they can run the whole... Nobody expected us. But guess what? When they had expectation to win the Conference League, they won it. When everybody wrote Chelsea off, me included, I'm going to call myself out. I said PSG, going to smoke Chelsea. I was wrong. I have no problem being wrong about something. Prove me wrong. Chelsea gave us reason to say, yo, Club World Cup. Club World Cup, you turned up. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bro, at the end of the day, yeah, when it's time to say, yo, let's lift the trophy, how many times does this club actually help us, bro? How many times, bro? Come on. I had to sit through last season seeing fucking Spurs, bro. Spurs, them filhos da puta.
Yeah, that
Lifting
must
a
have
fucking
fucking
parade,
been-
lifting a fucking trophy in North London, bro. Do you think that, what do you think that, bro? Bro, let me just say to you, yeah? Off bang, olha bang pa minha cara, yeah? This club has broken me, bro. Years ago. So if you think I'm gonna put my neck out on the line, I ain't putting my neck out on the line, bro. They've let me down too much, bro. Are you mad? Are you mad? And you're asking me, oh, I ain't got chest, bro. Respectfully, because you've been respectful. But come on, bro. Do you know how many times this club's broke me, bro? Do you know how many times? Oh, you want me to put chest?
get it,
I
man.
ain't putting chest for nothing, bro.
My entire lifetime, I've just seen Arsenal let their fans down. I get it, man.
You mad, bro?
But hey, long may it continue as well. I'll be so real. Long may that continue. I need that.
Nah, bro.
Just for my sake, yo, London, if you lot win a major and like what you're valuing as a major will be dark. Fucking dark.
Lewis, they asked me, North, when are you gonna believe? I said, if we're still in the title race, we can win the league, yeah? Last game of the season, I'll believe. They said, what? Last game of the season? I said, yeah, last game of the season.
Like, if you lot win the league, though, do me a favor. Like, save me. Like, it ain't even got to be a bed. Just a sofa will do. Just somewhere for me to like hide out for a couple months. But I will pull up to Barca immediately, bruv. Let me the hell out of London and England, in fact.
These men think I'm what? What do they think I am? Am I a prick? Do you know how much, bro?
Right? They think you're a top gooner, mate.
Bro, I don't know who you're mistaking me for because I don't look like none of these top gooners. But bro, I ain't putting my neck out on the line. Wait, Lewis, you remember that one? Yeah, we left the club, yeah, and I'm dropping you back to your yard, yeah, and we're having a discussion, and you're like, yeah, nah, I get it, North, and I'm there, like, I'm just telling Lewis, yeah, all my pain, bro, Baku, this, that, buying, slapping us up, this, that, bottling an 8-point lead, and you were just there, like, Lewis was like my therapist that session, bro. We're just driving back to his.
And I was saying that my biggest problem was a 2-year trophy drought. Yo, thank God, man.
God,
thank God.
Oh, bro. Nah, bro. Do you know in 22-23, yeah, Lewis, yeah? I was this close to believing. This close. I was this close to believing, bro. I was so close to being like, it's our year. And as soon as this man bottled it against Forest. These man start bottling, dropping point. I said, nah,
They
bro.
nearly got me, man.
Not today, bro. Not today. And that's what it is, bro. Because ultimately, well, we're looking at Ten Hag and saying, yo, Arteta don't win a major honor this season. Ten Hag's tenure at Man United has been more successful. If Maresca loses his job this season or next season, let's just say, his tenure at Chelsea has been more successful than Arteta. If we're looking at Slot, yeah, he's been more successful at Liverpool than Arteta. He's had 2 years. If he gets sacked, which he should get sacked, if he gets sacked this year, whose tenure's been more successful?
He's already a Liverpool great, whether they like it or not. That man can talk about him like Hodgson all they want. He's still brought them only the second league title a lot of them have seen in their lifetimes.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, wavy Nash. That was the season afterwards. It would have been one of the draws, wouldn't it? West Ham, Liverpool, or Southampton.
Yeah, then West Ham. Yeah, the West Ham, man, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Why? Because of
man
pressure.
was 2-0 up and dropped it. That was it.
Because of pressure, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting my chest out. I don't care. You can ask Egals, Christians, AFTVs, all them, man. Let them, man, put their chest out. I'm not putting my chest out, bro. I ain't pull my chest out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that. But listen, before we wrap up, big up to Lewis every single time. Shout out your channel, bro. What you got coming up next, bro?
Yo, we're going straight to back again because Troops has got to give me some more receipts, and then we've got another Chelsea Arsenal preview at 4:30. So we've got catch up. We've got fucking TJ. Who else? Cam's jumping on and Hooks. That's it. And then Joey's jumping on. Alexa's jumping on. We're gonna get a few other Chelsea fans.
Why have you got Hooks representing us, bro?
Because I need receipts, bro. And you know what Hooks is good for, man? He'll give me receipts. Because he's got that fucking inflated chest. I already got enough on Hooks, but I'll get a little bit more. To be fair, Northside, if we win, you're the only one that ain't getting thrown in the Dutch spot. I thought Lee would be the same, but you know what? Lee has actually gone front and center in the Dutch spot. I'm like, all right, Fairs, I thought when I set up Lee and Ødegaard, right? I thought it'd be Ødegaard talking all the noise and Lee. I don't think I've got anything on Ødegaard. It was in reverse. Like it was Lee that was being the top gooner, and Ødegaard was like the one that was like, "Nah, you know what? It could go either way. It'll be a tight match." I'm like, what the fuck happened? What in the Space Jam is this shit? The fuck? But hey, say less. Yo, I got my content. I'm good. But if you lot win, by the way, word I'm a hate life because everyone got their vindication. Fuck that.
Man, just want to add me to the list. You guys are ops. It is where it is, bro.
I don't have any receipts on Northside. He ain't said nothing wild. Like it can't just be he said they're gonna win. Nah. There's nothing you can't do nothing with that. You're backing your team, innit? Everyone else had said some craziness, bar you. So if you lose on Sunday, you will be spared. You will be spared, my friend.
Listen, that's the least of my problems. You lot sparing cooking me is the least of my problems, bro. Because trust me, the way we've been cooking Tottenham fans, bro. If we don't win a major honor, bro.
Oh yeah, Deji got to spin the block on you, bro.
I'm getting, bro. If we don't win a major honor, we're getting cooked. So that's the thing to me, bro. It's not even about, like I said, I've said we can win this game. Can we beat Chelsea? Of course we can beat Chelsea. No Chelsea fan can tell me that we can't beat you. Like that's completely
that's normal though. Like I'm not being like Northside said they could win. No, so of course you can. This game could go either way.
3-0, Lewis.
No. By 3 goals. By 3 goals. Shout out Lee, man. But yo, Lee gets a lot of things correct. Ain't no way. Nah. And like I'll be there regardless. I already told Lee, whatever you're doing on Sunday, emergency meeting, emergency celebration, I'm gonna do a live stream after the game and then I'll pull up. I'll be there. Win or lose, I'll be there. Yeah. If it's a loss though, yeah, I'm gonna be there high as a motherfucker. Because the only way I'll make it through.
Yeah. Now Lee's my guy. Everyone knows that's my brother, bro. That's family for life. But I can't co-sign that. You know what I'm saying? I can't co-sign that. But listen, if he gets it right, people will be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's one of them ones. It's a gamble, isn't it? If he gets it right.
Just say Fairs. If he gets it right, a 3-goal victory and an Enzo Caicedo red card, I'll deadass be like, give me the lottery numbers. Whatever, man. Fair enough. Fucking Fairs.
It's one of them ones, man. It's one of them ones. But listen, familia, make sure you're liking and subscribing to Carefree Lewis. The link is in the title. Make sure you're also joining his shows. He's got a lot of shows coming up today. I'll be live a lot later. So make sure you're subscribing and following Lewis if you're unless you live under a rock. Who doesn't follow Lewis? I'm sorry, bro. He's very humble. But listen, Lewis is the truth, man. Been doing his thing in this space for a long, long time. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen, support my brother. He'll be there for my leaving drinks, which we'll be doing the IRL for. You know what I'm saying? We'll be doing the IRL.
I say less. Yeah. Lovely.
You can IRL it as well if you want. That's extra content. You know what I'm saying?
I'll try and do so. I don't think I've got the facilities for it. But yeah, I'll be about. That's all that matters. Man's there. You already know.
Man. We're going to be there. Listen, Lewis, Mike's, all the man them, bro. Trust me, we're going crazy. So make sure you're subscribing to Lewis. We're going to redirect. You're going to jump on now to...
Back again. I'll go again.
Cool. We're going to redirect there. Lewis is going there right now, so make sure you follow
them.
Spam
World Champions raids, chat.
Don't spam.
Let troops know who's pulling up.
Do you know what? For bands, just whatever. Fuck it. It's the truth anyway. Yeah. Spam world champions. You know what I'm saying? Lewis and Carefree, Carefree, Lewis Raid, and North Raid on the way in.
Yeah.
And we're out, bro. Love, 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 love. We're out. Love, familia. Make sure you like and subscribe.